Well, it's National Rum Day. So today I'm going to take a look at the rums I've got in my bar. Stick around and I'll tell you what I've got. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Speakeasy channel today. Today is National Rum Day. So I don't know how it could be National Rum Day since technically rum can be made anywhere in the world. So I would kind of classify it as International Rum Day because the rums that I have here in front of you are the rums that I have in my bar, and they come from all over the Western Hemisphere. Now, there's 13 supposedly different types of rum. Now, I've got about 7 of those here, but some of those kind of cross over. So let me run down those for you. I've got everything from spiced rum to gold, silver, dark, aged, overproof, and flavored. Well, flavored also could be spiced because spiced is adding flavors to a rum. Now, dark rum is basically a rum that's been aged longer than gold. White rum is made in stainless steel vats, I believe, or it's just cut down. It's not aged in oak barrels like the dark ones are. The longer they're aged, the darker they get, but at a certain point, a dark rum becomes an aged rum. Not exactly easy to understand them all, but they do classify them into one of 13 categories, even though those categories bleed over a little bit. So let me tell you a little bit about these. I've got the spiced rums down here on this end. Now this one is Black Flag, Lead Slinger's Black Flag rum. This is a made in Oklahoma rum. I haven't even opened this one, have not tried that yet. It is a spiced rum. Everybody knows Captain Morgan. This is probably the most popular spiced rum out there. And then you have this one, which is from this is the Copper Kettle. This is from Belmont Farms Distillery in Charlottesville, Virginia. I used to live over near this distillery, so went over there several times. Actually got to meet Tim Smith from the Moonshine Show there. That's where he makes his moonshine at. So Charles, the guy that owns the farm, great guy. I'll post a picture up here on the screen of one time I got the owner to sit on my Indian Chief motorcycle, and Tim Smith, as a matter of fact, so I'll show you that. Pretty cool. Couple of guys, fun to hang out with. Next here, I've got gold rums. Now, these are the two most popular out of Puerto Rico, Bacardi and Don Q. Now, Bacardi originally came from Cuba. And then whenever they had a communist revolution down there in Castro and those guys took over, they fled Cuba, went to Puerto Rico. Don Q has always been a Puerto Rican rum, and now Bacardi is made there as well. Here you have the white rums or silver rums, if you will. This is another made in Oklahoma. This is called Okie Moonshine, but it's actually Okie 100% rum moonshine. So technically I think it's a rum. Because it's white, they call it rum moonshine, Okie moonshine. This is another made in Oklahoma rum. Haven't opened this one either. This is Dead Parrot Silver. This is out of Shattuck, Oklahoma. Just for those of you in Oklahoma, this one was $20. This one was $14. And this one, I believe, was about $25 or $30. I don't remember, and I didn't make a note. Again, you've got Don Q and Bacardi, the sisters to the gold. These are just the silvers. Here you have Bumbu or Boombu. I don't know how it's pronounced. This is a dark rum. Now this one is made in Panama. So this is Bumbu is a very popular rum, and so I wanted to try it, and I bought this one. This is pretty good. And this is Mocambo. This is an aged rum. This one is the most expensive bottle of rum I have here in my bar. This is a 20-year aged bottle of rum. So even though these are both dark, this one is considered aged just because it's aged much, much longer than the dark. And then here you have overproof rum. This one is smoked, or stolen, I mean. This is stolen overproof rum, and this is stolen smoked rum. Now these two down here would be considered flavored because you've got the smoked flavoring. Now this one doesn't have smoked flavoring, liquid smoke flavored added to it. It's actually smoked somehow. And then this one is your coconut flavored rum, and then you have pineapple flavored rums, other things that are actually, this one has like coconut liqueur added to it to give it its flavoring. This stolen smoked rum, these two are considered Caribbean rums, but even though they're made in Florida. Let's see, this says smoked American hardwood and Moroccan fenugreek are balanced by Arabica, Colombian coffee, and Madagascan vanilla. Infused with premium natural ingredients. Okay. Best served neat or in any rum, rye, or bourbon cocktail. Now, I'll be honest with you. Stolen rums, these two here, I did a quick review on those right after I got them. I'll put a link up here. They're not my favorites. And I've heard that some rums from certain areas, they can have a real twang, I don't think is the right word I'm looking for, but they can have a flavor bent that a lot of people get turned off by. Maybe that's one of those. I'm not a huge fan of spiced rums. I've heard that you can add, one of them was, I think, ginger beer to it. I haven't tried that in a long time, long time. So I bought this one, Black Flag, made in Oklahoma. I wanted to try it. Didn't realize it was a spiced rum at the time, but that's not a problem because I like supporting made in Oklahoma products. Doesn't have any other information on there. The first recorded rum was made in the West Indies around 1650, and the beginnings of rum coincide with a dark aspect of world history, the Caribbean slave trade. So slaves were traded in the West Indies for molasses, and the molasses made into rum, and then in turn the rum was traded for more slaves. And so it was the enslaved people living on sugarcane plantations who first used molasses to make alcohol, and that in turn became the drink we know now as rum. So rum is made from the molasses from sugarcane. So after harvesting the sugarcane, it's transported to a sugar mill where it's crushed to extract its juice to be used for making rum. It's also made into sugar and molasses to be sold individually, but for the rum, it next proceeds to fermentation, which is the process where yeast consumes the sugars in the cane juice, turning it into alcohol. This step is crucial because it's where rum's distinct flavors begin to develop. Fermentation can take anywhere from 24 hours to several weeks, depending on the desired flavor profile. Then after fermentation, it's time for distillation, where the alcohol is separated from the water and other compounds in the fermented liquid, increasing the alcohol concentration. Rum is usually distilled in pot stills or column stills, and those each give a different character to the final product. Now that rum is distilled, it's time to age it, and aging takes place in wooden barrels, often previously used for aging whiskey, bourbon, or sherry. And as the rum sits in these barrels, it absorbs the flavors from the wood, adding complexity and depth. Some rums are aged for just a few months, but others can be aged for decades, as I pointed out in the Mocambo rum. The final steps in the rum making process are blending and bottling, and master blenders combine rums of different ages and distillation methods to create a final product with a unique and balanced flavor profile. Once the perfect blend is achieved, the rum is bottled and ready to be enjoyed. Most of the time, rums are used as part of a cocktail. You're going to mix something with all of these here with the exception of these two, in my opinion. I will drink this one neat or over ice on the rocks, and the same with this one. I look at rums as a tool in a bar because, like I said, most of the time you're going to take your white rums, and those are going to be in your daiquiris, pina coladas, everything that you're going to mix and put on a lot of ice. Lower shelf, top shelf are your golds, and then obviously your flavors for your pina coladas, daiquiris. You have a banana rum. I don't know if there's a strawberry rum. I'm sure there's all kinds of flavors of rum out there, but you don't need a lot of different rums, and they're fun to make some drinks out of. And if you're going to have a big, huge pool party or beach party, then by all means, you're going to need several different kinds of flavors of rum and vodka for that matter. And then you can make different kinds of cocktails with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't even get this many. I would stick with 1 or 2 bottles of white tequila, 1 or 2 bottles of gold tequila, maybe 1 bottle of spiced rum, small one, smaller than this, and then get your favorite dark rum, aged rum to sip on your own while you're relaxed. And these are going to be just like your aged bourbons and whiskeys. Keep these for your close friends, really good friends, and for yourself to sit around, and then use this other stuff, flavors, cleared, even the golds and the spices for the parties and the mixed drinks. But you don't need 14 different bottles of bourbon. You don't need 14 different bottles of rum. You don't need 14 different bottles of tequila. Although I've got way more than that of each, I only have 14 bottles of rum, and that's way too many. Like I said, if I was going to get rid of any of these, if you go to Puerto Rico, most of your Puerto Ricans like Don Q. Bacardi is extremely popular, so either one of these you can't go wrong. Same with the golds. And then again, I could go with 5 bottles here. I could cut this by 2/3 and be happy and be able to use anything, make anything that I really want to with any friends that come over, anybody that likes rum, then that would be all that you need to make everybody happy. So take a look at what you have in your area. Get the small bottles of liquor. Those are usually the ones behind the cash register as you go to check out of liquor stores. Buy some of those small ones. Find one that you like, and before you spend the money on a big bottle like this, unless you just know absolutely that you like it. Like if you like spiced rum and Coke, by all means, grab the biggest bottle of spiced rum that you like. Keep that on hand for you at the house. But rums are a very versatile liquor. Even though there is a huge variation in the way they taste, to me, they vary much more widely than tequilas and whiskeys and bourbons. Bourbons, to me, unless it's a flavored bourbon, same thing with whiskey, they all taste pretty close to the same to me. It's just the way my taster works. Rums, however, completely different end to end. It's just crazy. Now, again, take out the spices, take out the flavorings, you just go with aged, overproof, and everything in between, you're still going to get a huge difference in flavors across the board. So hey, I hope this was helpful to you. Go out and visit the website, ScalpersSpeakeasy.com. I got a couple of links out there in the FAQ section, and you can learn more about rums and any other liquor or beer that you're interested in. Go visit it, check out our merchandise, and then come back and see us next time here in the Speakeasy. Hey, be sure to give me the thumbs up, like, share with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified the next time I post a video, and come back and see us next time here at Speakeasy. No telling what I'm going to cover. But in the meantime, happy National Rum Day. Go try you some.